Hello, just a quick update on the Panther tank and the Mazda rx-7. I got the body painted up in silver, same with some of the other body panels, such as the sunroof and pop-up headlights. Interesting fact about this Mazda rx-7 is actually, I think it came out during the 1980s, and it was actually it was originally meant to be an RC car, so you could build it and modify it, well, pretty much adding all the wires and the motor to make it into an RC car. And pretty much, it's still got that original moulding. So you can see this is where the battery would have gone into. I think here's about the front steering. It's meant to be for an RC car. So it's got a little part along here and little teeth that come up from the bar along here, which makes that cracking sound anytime the wheel is turned. As you can see, I've also got the frame built and painted up in black, painted up the exhaust in silver, and I've added a rust wash. Since I'm setting this in 1998 and this is a 84 car, so it'll be 14 years old, so it would have a bit of rust on the base, but nothing too serious on the body, etc. Onto the Panther now. It is complete. So here's the Panther, my first ever tank, and as I have said, it's also an RC car from Tamiya. Well, an RC tank actually. Well, originally it was. As you can see, it's got a bit of a somewhat sad face on the base, but this is where the RC parts would have been gone into the side of the base. And you can see these weird little ridges where some of the tracks go to. Well, the wheels for the tracks. Originally, this would have had metal axles that were rigged up to the motors to have it move. But instead, they just replaced it with a plastic rod. I snapped the original gun barrel for the machine gun on the front, so I replaced it with a bit of metal since it wouldn't stick back on. But as you can see, still movable. Opening front hatch. Still got the turret holder, which I'll quickly just display. Close this down real quick. As you can see, that's how it would hold it onto. Just close that. Got the details on the side painted up. The little rust spots you see around the body, I picture as the shell impacts from where it's hit the tank over the years. And because of the impacts, the paint has rusted. So you've got up on the side, on the turret, on the front, along here, more on the turret, on there. I also didn't like the machine gun mount, so I cut that off and super glued the machine gun onto the top hatch. Rotating turret, so it can move around fully. It's also rollable, as you can see. But the tank is done. Anyway, I'll update you again when I've done more on the Mazda.